Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Gqsmooth 2019. And here tonight, I'm here to talk about a issue that's going on in America as we speak. And the issue I have a problem with is why do men over 55 still live with their mother? Over the age of 55. Now, this issue that I'm bringing up has everything to do with men over 55, and I know somebody in particular, actually two people in particular, that still lives with their mother, and it's actually my uncles by the name of William James Henry. Everybody calls him Bray Mac. I don't know why, but everyone calls him Bray Mac. And I have a uncle by the name of Michael Henry. He's, I think, 61 now. He'll be 62 September 28th. And then I have an uncle by the name of William Henry. They call him Bray Mac. He will be, I think, 59, I believe, September 1st. Anyway, what I don't quite understand is both of these guys are still living with their mother. Um, they're able to walk. They're able to speak proper English and so forth. Living with their mother, I understand she's going through some health issues. I understand that. And if it's going to be one of them staying there, it ought to be Michael. As far as William Henry, he tends to be this badass shit talker, wannabe player with the women, which he doesn't have any women at all. They all left his ass, because of his temper. And he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a car, um, and he's just rude, a rude person. And he's a mama's boy. So, but this guy has threatened his mother on numerous occasions. He even called his mama a bitch, fuck you, go to hell. At one point, almost flipped a kitchen table on his mother. So what kind of fucking son is that? Like, it's crazy how these guys claim to be independent but still want to live with their mama, eat off of their mama, use her money for their purposes, steal money from their mothers, and so forth. And that's what these guys do, especially William James Henry. He steals money from his mother, and he gets money every month in the mail, like from Social Security, right? But yet, when he runs out of money, he wants to steal his mother's money for crack, drinking, sexual purposes. He used money to buy women instead of getting a woman on his own. He wears his brother's clothes. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was wearing his mama's clothes too, bras and panties and all. And from what his brother has told me, he's been having homosexual behaviors lately, and I wouldn't be surprised. um, but the moral of this story is that I don't understand why guys are living with their mother over 55. I mean, I've been on my own since I was 19. I always had an apartment, I always had a job, I always had money, I always was a casual guy, casual dude. I always was cool with the ladies. I always had ladies on my own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at an age right now where I actually want a relationship instead of relationships. There's a difference. Um, but I had to expose this guy, William Henry, known as Break Matt, because there's been a lot of dirty shit that he has done to his mother. It's a lot of threatful shit he has said to me, my mother, people in his family, people on the street. He has done bad drug dealings with people on the street to the point where he almost got fucked up. Um, He's just a no good guy. Now that he's dealing with certain soreness when it comes to his joints and stuff like that, he wants people to feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for the motherfucker because it's a lot of shit that he has done to me as far as making threats, calling the police, making fake charges on me. Got me arrested one time for 3 months for something I didn't do. I was totally innocent. He didn't try to put fake charges on my mother. He didn't threaten his mother, the person that brought him into this world. Um, he didn't threaten his brother. He got his brother's mind brainwashed. His brother is scared to talk up to him. I mean, this guy's a lowlife. He don't work. Um, he doesn't work. He doesn't have any goals in life. He's an asshole. He's a dirtbag. Um, and I'm gonna tell you one thing that he told me is very, very funny. So try not to laugh. Um, at one point when we were cool, actually it wasn't too long ago. He told me he had a comment. He wanted to step outside with me, and he wanted to tell me actually that. Well, first he said, "Let me talk to you for a second. Let's step outside. It's something personal, God stuff." I'm like, okay, cool. So um, I step outside with this guy, which is my uncle, so-called uncle. And I'm like, well, so what's going on, man? And he was like, I'm talking to this girl. I met this girl at the doctor. I met this girl. She's so fine and all that. And we've been talking for the last 2, 3 months. And finally, she wants sex from me. We we agreed to be intimate. I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. He's like, yeah, but there's a problem. I'm like, what's the problem? The problem is, man, I can't get it up. I'm like, what? I can't get it up. You gotta speak a little louder, man. I can't get it up. You can't get what up? My dick. I go limp every time we're in the midst of being intimate. And I try so hard not to laugh, but I was like, well, everything's gonna be all right. I'll tell you what, man, I'm gonna chill outside for a while. Why don't you go back inside, chill? Okay. And as soon as he went back inside and closed the front door, apartment door, I laughed my ass off so hard, I almost pissed on myself. I was like, what grown man is, first of all, I was going to tell another grown man that he can't get it up. I didn't really want to hear no shit like that. That's between you and her. I don't want to know no shit like that about a guy's dick not getting hard. I don't want to hear that shit. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you supposed to be the Mac. They call you Brady Mac. That means that you're supposed to be macking all these females. But it seems like when it comes to this female right here, you ain't macking shit. You can't even get it up. So who's the Mac now, player? Who's the Mac now? You never been a Mac. He has never been a Mac. He likes to run his mouth a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's crazy. And I don't feel sorry for the motherfucker. I don't feel sorry for him at all. You know, if it was, you might as well just cut the shit off and become a woman for real. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's always been a homosexual. I mean, even his brother Michael told me that he was in the past and the future. He's always around hanging with guys instead of women. And the women that he was with in the past and future, it's just kind of strange that they broke it off with him. Like, they immediately broke it off. Like, why is that? Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because deep down inside, he is a homosexual. He likes men. He's not going to come out and admit it, but, if you be around Mr. William Henry long enough, you'll know that he is a homosexual. He'll he'll show homosexual behaviors. You can see it in it. You can see it in his eyes that he's a homosexual. You may not know it at first, but if you hang around him long enough, you'll see that he's a homosexual. And I kind of think his brother Michael's a homosexual because every time I used to bring up women, times that we will hang out, he'll give me a certain kind of look as if to say, "Why you sitting up here talking about women in front of my face like that? You disrespectful." Like, so you're going to be wondering to yourself, like, if a man's getting upset that his nephew is talking about women, or either approaching his uncle, telling his uncle why him and his uncle's in public, and his nephew sees a woman checking his uncle out, and then the nephew is going to his uncle saying, yo, check it out. Oh, honey's looking at you right there. She's giving you the eye. And he'll say, no, I'm not interested, or I'm good, stuff like that. So if a person keeps acting like that when it comes to the talk about women and so forth, when the subject about women comes up, you're going to think that the guy is gay. I remember one time I hooked him up, my Uncle Mike, I hooked him up with this woman. She lived here in Cincinnati, Ohio, actually in Tri-County, not too far from Tri-County Mall. And they met on the chat line. He wasn't really used to the chat line, so I had to school him on that. And, what to say when it comes to the chat line. And you have to say your name, describe your looks. What are you looking for in a woman? And tell that person all about yourself and things you like to do and so forth. He did that. And he came across this woman named Almintha Spooner, black lady. And they hit it off. And he wanted me to roll with him because she had a niece. So when I got to the house, me and Mike, we chilled, relaxed. I was on the couch talking to her niece. She wanted Mike to sit down in this little kitchen chair, and she wanted to cut his hair. She cut his hair. She made him food. And then when he stood up and she wanted to lean over and kiss him, he leaned back as if to say, don't kiss me. And when I seen it, I was like, something's wrong with this picture, dude. It's not just me being funny. Something is terribly wrong with that. If you got a beautiful woman that's wanting to lean over and kiss you, and you lean back as if to say, don't kiss me, something's wrong with that picture. And I mean, this woman's looking fine. I mean, beautiful. She had on this little tight dress. Oh, tight dress. She had body and everything, all out. I mean, seriously. And I'm looking at this fool like, are you serious? Are you going to lean back as if to say, don't kiss me, from this beautiful woman that's trying to kiss you, cut your hair and make you food? Your ass is going to lean back. Now, something's got to be wrong with that picture, seriously. Something is wrong. And even a blind man can see that. Like, something is wrong with that man right there. So, I had to do this video. I had to do it because it was in my heart to do it, because I feel it's in my heart to do this, to talk about it, because this is an issue, not only because of my uncles. This is going on with lots of men in America, in the United States, across the world. Not a bunch of them, but the majority of them. Still living with their mothers, still taking advantage of their mothers, still, don't work, don't have any goals in life, just want to sit around, talk on the phone, playing on the phone, cursing people out, leaving crazy messages, putting fake charges on people, again, gossiping like little girls and their men, calling their nephew's mother, reporting shit like little girls, to their nephew's mother. Like, this is girly shit right here. Now I see why these two niggas don't have a woman in their lives, because they do girly shit. They do girly shit that girls do. Play on the fucking phone. Gossip. Reporting shit to their nephew's mother. Like, now you see why these niggas are single. They don't work. They still live with their mother. So there's really nothing they can say about anybody at this present time. What the hell can they say right now? Besides gossiping and reporting shit to their nephew's mother. I mean, that's some girly shit. So what woman in their right mind would want a man that reports shit to their nephew's mother, playing on the phone, putting fake charges on people, cursing people out for no reason, disrespecting their mother, stealing from their mother, does crack cocaine, drugs, weed, smoke, drinking, doesn't take care of himself, doesn't want to live, or doesn't care if he lives or dies. And then you have another uncle, which his name is Michael Henry, claims to be a Christian and goes to church, but wants to shake hands with the devil, which is his brother. His brother got him brainwashed, and he treated my mom like shit. He treated me like shit. He treated his mom like shit. And when it came to Michael, it wasn't like that in the past. He used to treat his mother like royalty. Now that my grandmother is dealing with a lot of health issues, he treats his mother like shit. And William James Henry, which is Michael's brother, treats his mother like shit. The woman that brought them two into the world, pushed them two out of her womb, 9 months of labor, when she didn't even have to do that. But she brought these no good ass niggas, low life motherfuckers into the world, which she didn't even have to, but she did. Because she did it by the kindness of her heart, because she wanted to bring her children into the world. But she did that. She did that. My grandmother did that. Because it's all about love. But they don't, when it comes to certain people in this world, when it comes to parents, they don't appreciate what their parents have done to them, for them. Like, I have a sister. She treats her kids like shit. All of them. Every single last one of them. She beats them. She curses at them. She threatens them. All that. So my point is, why would you bring children into the world that you're going to beat, curse out, and treat like shit? I mean, did you do it just to say to people, or just to say, I have children, or I'm a mother, or what? I mean, it has to be a reason why you would bring these beautiful children into the world and then threaten them and curse them out and treat them like shit. And that's basically the same thing that my grandmother's children has done with her, except for my mother. My mother's a good woman. My mother, she's always spending time with my grandmother. And I think the only people that my grandmother acknowledges I think the only people that my grandmother has acknowledged as her children is my mom and her son, Michael. Michael, to a certain extent. I mean, Michael has changed. But the thing is that I don't respect men that is still living with their mother, still leeching off of their mother, stealing from their mother, and cursing their mother out, and treating their mother like shit. I don't respect men like that. And I don't even call men like that men. I call them low-life motherfuckers. And that's exactly what they are. And I'm doing this video to expose both of these motherfuckers, because they ain't shit to me. You treat your mother like shit. You gossiping like little hoes. You're letting yourself go. You don't take care of yourself. You don't care if you live or die. And that's so sad for men like that, first of all, to be living with their mother over the age of 55. That shit is funny. It's funny. It's funny. But then you got people like that wants to try to expose, other people, and they want to talk about other people and shit, I say, look here, you need to look at yourself in the mirror before you talk about others, because there's really nothing y'all can say about nobody. Because, I got my own shit. I got my place. My mother, she has her own place. I got my own place. I've been living my own since I was 19. You understand? I'm good. I take care of myself. I believe in God. I got my own space, my own place, my own clothing. I don't play on the phone. I don't curse people out, shit, leave crazy messages and put fake charges on people. That's what these niggas do. That's what William James Henry do from Cincinnati, and Michael Henry from Cincinnati. You know, but that's the society, the world that we live in today. It's like that when it comes to people like that. But I just thought that I needed to record this video about Mr. William Henry and Michael Henry, because they like to talk about people. They like to try to expose people and talk about people. So you want to talk about me, you want to talk about my mother, you want to talk about motherfuckers. Well, I'm airing all y'all motherfucking laundry out. There's nothing you can do to fucking stop me. You understand? But anyway, this is your boy, Gqsmooth 2019. And this is called True Story, True Facts Exposed. Peace.